Hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the war between Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto is widening, and this started with the Mount Kenya East members of parliament distancing themselves from Mount Kenya West and fronting Kithure Kindiki, CS for Interior, as their kingpin to push for the development agenda of that region, when they went further to call for recognition of Mount Kenya East as a region. I look at that, then I remembered how Moi managed to split the Kamba from Mount Kenya. Because the Kamba, then you bring the Gikuyu, they were working together. But Moi managed to split. Nasema they are cousins. So it is again happening here. And the student of Moi is in the State House. But then the shock came in after 48 members of parliament, who are actually, I can't say from Mount Kenya, these are just, can we call Gema community, decided to break ranks with Rigathi Gachagua. These members of parliament are from Lamu to Nakuru, from Nairobi to Mount Kenya itself. 48 members of parliament. In a press conference, they have distanced themselves from Rigathi Gachagua, and now they are aligning themselves behind Kithure Kindiki as their leader to champion for development in their region. 48 members of parliament ganged up against Rigathi Gachagua.
We, as elected leaders from this region and its diaspora, on our own behalf and that of our people, unanimously resolve that our link to the national government to be the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Administration, Professor Kithure Kindiki, whose responsibilities in the executive includes the coordination of national government functions across the country. This declaration is issued on the 12th of September 2024 by the following members. We are going to share this report with you, so you'll be able to see the members present. We have 35 members with us here. Then we have some 13 members who are not here with apology, so it's a total of 48. But they are all in concurrence with what we have said. And
now there were several members of parliament who actually were aligning themselves behind Rigathi Gachagua, just few of them. But to the surprise, those members of parliament are no longer behind Gachagua. They are among this group. And what surprised me is the group that actually come from the same county with Rigathi Gachagua. Wahome Wamatiga, Nyeri Senator. Eric Wambumbi, that is Madeira MP. Kule kwenye Gachagua anatoka kabisa kwenye alikuanga mbunge. John Kagusia, Mkurueni MP. And Geoffrey Wandeto, that is Tetu MP. These are members of parliament or legislators coming from Nyeri County, home county to Gachagua. They have distanced themselves from Gachagua. The only person who has remained with Gachagua is the Nyeri governor, Mutahi Kahiga. Betrayal in the city. A lot of things are coming out. And so many questions also, who is behind this? And what next for Rigathi Gachagua? We want to look into that. But I want to come to you with a humble request. There is a Form 4 student who approached me, and she is really in need. Right now, she's at home when the other students are in school preparing for their final KCSE exam. And the reason is that she has not been able to raise the school fees to clear her balance. She has a balance of 10,000 Kenyan shillings, and she needs a ream of paper. Then she'll be back in school. So her request is that she needs help to get back to school. Hi guys, finally I am here. This is Stureh Punchline, and I happen to meet this girl who is in Form 4 at Budaywa Secondary School, but she has a problem with the school fees. So she approached me and she explained to me her problem. And so I find it so difficult that a student who is in Form 4, but back at home, and they're preparing to do exam. So she has a shortage of 10,000 on her school fees. But now again, she's an orphan. Her mother passed on, and now she's staying with the grandmother, who happened to be now the father and the mother. So it's the grandmother who is in charge, and she has no means for her to be in school. So I said it is better I come and share this one with you, that if you are touched with this story, you can humbly help where necessary. So I think she can introduce herself and tell you her names. And yeah,
my name is Valentine Gachagua. I'm a student at Budaywa Secondary Form 4. Please may you help me because I have stayed at home so long. I wanted to help me for paying for me school fees so that I can go back to school. The fees is 10,000.
That is the balance, eh?
Yes.
Okay. So we have her grandmother is here. I think she can also just say something. Then we see. Waambie kitu.
Nataka mnisaidie mjukuu. Alifukuzwa shule, amemaliza wiki 3, haendi shule, ninatakana afanye mtihani. Iko Form 4 na balance ni 10,000, na mimi ndio nalea yeye. Mimi ni nyanya yake.
Now, if you're in a position to help, you can do so through my number 0708 34 0092. The name is Charles Inangungwa. And I want to thank the following people who have been able to already send in their support. I think we'll be closing this program today. I will be mentioning one name because some of our viewers are not comfortable with the sharing their full identity. So just one name to thank the following: Mr. Aluvale from US, Mr. Oduol, Mr. Avia from US, Mr. Jenga, and Madam Ann Karuku. Thank you so much. Yesterday, I got your support for the school fees. May good God keep on blessing you. Now, let us go back to our discussion. But again, to remind you, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing. To the returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, Gachagua should just prepare for one thing: exit formula from UDA and Kenya Kwanza government. That is it. No any other option. The owner of this war is in State House. This is William Ruto. I can see the handwriting of William Ruto in the statement that was shared by the 48 members of parliament. Instructions from above. Those who do not believe in the new cause behind Kithure Kindiki, they have been forced to do so through intimidation. We've heard of some members of parliament who are trying to realign themselves behind Gachagua, talking about DCI intimidating them, confiscating their telephones. Despite court orders, they have not been given back their telephone. Simu zao zindani na DCI. Reason behind that, haijulikani. DCI is not ready even to respect a court order or directive. So, Gachagua also should prepare for an impeachment. There can be a possibility of impeachment against Gachagua. And if Gachagua can be impeached, Ruto will have a privilege of appointing a deputy president. Will not go back to the ballot. And they can easily replace Gachagua with anyone from Mount Kenya. Because how do you say that you want Kithure Kindiki to represent your interest in the government when already you have the deputy president who is more senior than Kithure Kindiki? It means you are dumping Gachagua for Kithure Kindiki. Reason behind that, the president is the one behind this. Now, these are Kikuyus and game at large. Because when I say Mount Kenya MPs, they are not Mount Kenya MPs only. I've seen even a senator from Lamu. I've seen members of parliament from Nakuru. Nakuru is not in Mount Kenya. I've seen members of parliament from Nairobi. Nairobi is not in Mount Kenya. So these are Gema members of parliament. These are themselves from Gachagua. We have even some who have been paid to do so, just to tell Gachagua that you don't have numbers. And we are seeing a student of Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi doing what Moi was able to do by chopping off Embu and Meru, by chopping off Embu and Meru from Mount Kenya, the same way Moi was able to chop off Canvas from Mountain. But he's advancing now, going to everyone. So Gachagua is going to be an isolated individual. Now, what these people, what surprises me is that we see failures deciding the fate of a fellow failure. Shame on them. These members of parliament have failed the people. You look on how they voted on finance bill. It never served justice to the people, either in Mount Kenya or elsewhere. They have really failed the people. To an extent that the youth came out to protest for a change to take its course. Gachagua is another failure. From the first day, he was misused to abuse Uhuru Kenyatta. Today, now they have gone for him. Who will defend him? It is a political lesson he has to learn. But one thing these people should know is that power belongs to the people. The people are the one who will decide the fate. This arrangement is not going to help. Right now, I see Kimani Ichung'wah, who told us that politics of region is over. But now, he's here doing the same. They are back to regional politics. He told us it is over. But he's here doing the same. So which is which?
Na diaspora yetu walioko Nakuru na hata Lamu, tutazingatia na kuangalia mambo yetu ya maendeleo, sio mambo ya siasa na wanasiasa wanaotaka kutumia jamii yetu kujitafutia uongozi na makuu yao wenyewe bila kujali palipo wananchi waliotuchagua. Ndio tumeungana leo tukiwa wabunge 48.
Now, I don't know your views about this. We will meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. But the fact remains that Gachagua is now an isolated man, and now we see the emerging loud silence between Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto, which really brings a lot of discussion. Ruto does not want to work with Gachagua. From the first time, Ruto said that UDA is going to consider to have a female running mate to deal with the issue of gender parity role. That was the time Gachagua should have prepared to pack and go. Gachagua might continue to work with William Ruto to the end, but actually with no any interest to have him as running mate in the next election, or a possibility of his impeachment also, it can emerge. Divide and rule.